G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jim, you're watching Red Trucks. I'd just like to start by saying thank you to all my subs, both old and new. You guys know who you are. I really appreciate your support. I really love your comments you've been leaving me. I read all of them, as I said, and I try to answer all of them eventually. So yeah, thanks everyone for your support. The channel is doing pretty well, I think. In today's video, I've brought out a few of my older fire trucks. I think they're all second-hand. Yeah, they're all second-hand trucks. They're all a bit dusty, all a bit scratched up and stuff like that. You know, they're not in mint condition, or maybe one or two are. But yeah, they're a bit beat up. So let's have a look at them. I might start with the smallest one first. We've got a little Majorette here. It's a fire rescue truck. Majorette is made in France. This is a 180 scale apparently. Really nice little casting this. I've been after one of these for a while and finally the opportunity came up to get one and I got it. I actually didn't pay much for this at all. I think it was $10. Something like $10, yeah. If you can see the ladder, it's a bit worn out. The chrome's worn off it, but overall, it's not in too bad condition. Got fire brigade on the door, a little bit of detail. Let's give it a dusting first. Yeah, as I was saying, a little bit of detail, chrome detail on the hose reel and such. Where's my pointer? There it is. Majorette tri-spoke wheels. The ladder, you could probably take it off if you wanted to, but I'm not going to. A couple little orange lights. Nice detail at the back of all the gauges and hose connections. Another fire hose there. It's also got a little tow hitch there, tow bar. So yeah, not in mint condition, but I'd say very good condition for its age. I believe this vehicle is from the late 60s or early 70s. It doesn't really tell you on the base. I tried researching it, but I couldn't pinpoint the actual year of manufacture. But yeah, I think it's late 60s, early 70s. Let's try and have a look inside. I don't think there'd be much in there. And I don't think there's anything. I can't even see a steering wheel. Not that that's an issue. It's just a really nice little truck. So yeah, $10 VAT, 180 scale. From the late 60s or early 70s. Made in France. All right, what's next? You guys have probably all seen this one. This is a famous little fire truck. I remember this from my childhood, the old Denver pumper. First manufactured in 1966, I believe. Released in various different years. Slight variations as well. So let's get him out and take a look at him. Yeah, I had one of these as a kid. Some are very old. I'm not sure the exact age of this one. Hopefully this one's from 1960s, judging by the wheels on it. Decals are in good condition. Not much damage to the paint that I can see. It's got the blue windows, the Denver stickers both sides. A little bit of chrome detailing. The ladder on the side. The interior, I don't think there's anything in there. No, I can't see anything. So it's made by Lesney in England, number 29. a fire pumper truck. Yeah, just a nice old casting. This one I paid, I think it was about $20 for it, but I've seen them online. You can pay up to, $50 or $60 plus postage for these now in mint condition. So yeah, I'm glad to have a little example of this classic little fire truck. The Denver pumper. All right, what's next? Another little classic from my childhood, the old Merryweather fire engine. Number 35. Boxes are a little bit beat up, but I'm not complaining. Let's give him a clean while he's out. What's it say on the base? Made in England, Lesney, series number 35, Merryweather fire engine, 1969. Wow, it's over 50 years old. It's still in pretty good condition from the super fast range. It's got some other small writing on there, super fast, patent. Okay, just too super fast. So it's from the London Fire Service. The stickers are a little bit worn. Some nice detailing, blue windows, the ladder on top. The ladder doesn't do anything. I suppose you could take it off if you wanted to. All the fire extinguishers on the back and all the gauges and hose connections, number plate. It's a Merryweather fire truck. Nice twin blue flashing lights on top. Yeah, nice little truck. Alrighty, number 4. This one I picked up at an antique show. I've still left the tag on it connected to the wheel. So it's the Matchbox Speedkings from 1971, shovel nose fire chief's car, and I paid $20 for it. It's not in mint condition. For a start, the little blue flashing lights are a bit worn on top. Probably had a few rollovers at the hands of a kid. This little yellow plastic piece here should have a little tiny antenna sticking up, but it's snapped off. Paintwork is pretty worn. The decal is missing from that door. It's on this door. There was a couple of variations. There was an all yellow model of this as well, not as a fire chief though. It's a pretty futuristic model. It's from 1971, so again about 50 years old. Made in England, Lesney product. Yeah. Oh yeah, and the top opens to reveal the seats and such. I'll clean in there while I've got open. Yeah, I do vaguely remember this when I was growing up as a kid. I never actually had one though. I normally don't buy these futuristic looking trucks, but this one just grabbed my attention. So $20, I thought that wasn't too bad. So yeah, shovel nose. You can see why they call it shovel nose. It's a weird shape, isn't it? The back looks a bit like a Javelin or a what's that other car? Not a Mustang. I think more a Javelin. It's got twin blue lights, the air horns on top. So yeah, alrighty, what's next? Alright, let's have a look at a couple of big Corgis. I'm going to take this ladder off. This ladder didn't actually come with it. This is second hand and the ladder was missing. Got this at a flea market. I paid $25 for it for about 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, so it's a Volvo. The insignia, I can't tell what country it would be from. It only says city on it. It's got some shutters, jewellies. Very heavy model. All the gauges, the chevron stickers. Yeah, as I said, the ladder's missing. The lights have taken a few rollover hits on it. Let's see if we can see if there's an interior there. It should be. Did I just... Oh, I was looking for my brush. Just try and clean the windows a bit so we can hopefully see in it. The windows tend to be a bit scratched up and it's hard to see in there. Yeah, you can see a steering wheel on the right hand side, so most likely it is British. You can see the instruments on the dashboard. Yeah, it's got some okay detail in the cabin actually. Scale, it's let's have a look at the base. We haven't looked at the base. It's a 150 model scale. Doesn't say it, but I've written it down. Really solid model. Let's I've actually got a scale here. Let's give it away. I just want to give you guys an idea how much it weighs. Okay, let's put him on. So this is in, let me put you down a bit. This is in grams. So it's about 37 grams, or in ounces, it's about 13 ounces. So yeah, pretty weighty little truck this. From Corgi. I told you what I paid for it, $25 at the market. Yeah, got to get a proper ladder for it one day. Alrighty, let's have a look at another Corgi. Let's weigh it first. So this one's about the same, about 13 ounces, which would be the same in grams. Yeah, about 37 grams. So this one's an AEC truck. AEC stood for Associated Equipment Company. It was a British manufacturer of trucks from 1912. I'll just move this scale. Yeah, AEC. From 1912 to 1979, they produced trucks. This is called a turntable fire engine. There were many variations of this. There was even an Australian version from West Australia. But yeah, a lot of different British Fire Department versions of this. I can't read which version this is. Does it say it up here? No. Let's give it a little bit of a dust. Yeah, these old Corgi fire trucks are really solid, really well put together. I'm not sure what year this one and the previous one was from. I'd say probably the 80s. If you know, let me know in the comments. But yeah, really solid vehicle. Let's have a closer look. This one does have outriggers that don't actually work. No, they don't work. Yeah, they don't work. Yeah, it's got a nicely detailed control panel here for the water pressure gauges and outlets and such. Nice rims, look pretty realistic. Realistic looking diamond plating, a nice number plate, little tail lights. You got the control box here for the operator of the ladder apparatus. Couple of little spotlights here. Really solid side mirrors. Look at these side mirrors. They're actually, see when I move it, there's a bar inside the window, it moves. It's actually connected right through the inside of the cabin. it's one single bar. So that's unusual. And they're really solid. I don't think I'd snap those off easily. A couple of nice flashing lights on top. We've got the spray nozzle here. Doesn't move. Yeah, this is an AEC model truck. Number plate. There are actually lensed headlights there, little plastic inserts. Bit of chrome detailing on the grille. This side is the same, except it doesn't have the control box like this side does. It's got a reel there, hose reel. Let's see what it says underneath. It's from Corgi. It's got a bit of suspension detail and diff and drivetrain. It's actually got this metal drivetrain piece that it actually turns, but doesn't turn when the wheels turn. So I'm not sure what the idea of having a separate metal piece there is for. So it's got screws. You could take it apart if you wanted to. Let's have a look at the ladder extend. Really strong struts in there. Holds the ladder up in place. Extends quite a way. Let me just take you back a bit. You can have a look. Yeah, it's got quite a good extension. With a little spray nozzle on top there. A lot of these models with the struts here, they weaken after time and can't support the ladders, but this one's really well put together. So yeah, just some diamond plating under there, another reel, hose reel I mean. On top you got twin air horns. You've got looks like a bell, like brass looking bell there. Let's have a look in the interior. I can see a nice dashboard there. Looks like there's some rear seating. Yeah, there is. So yeah, we've got a bit of trouble with the interior. Yeah, so there you go, another example of a Corgi fire truck, probably from the 70s or 80s. AEC brand. I'm just grabbing the plastic box to tell you how much I paid for it. Yeah, I found this, I bought this off a guy through the selling site Gumtree. Had it for 2 years. I paid $35 for it. Yeah, I found a lot of fire trucks on Gumtree. It's a really good selling platform. It's free as well, so that's a bonus. All right, let's put him back. And lastly, we got this big Simon Snorkel from Matchbox. It's a Matchbox Superkings. It's a really big model. Let's grab the scales again and give this bad boy away. Okay, let's put him down. Oh, going the wrong way. There we go. So it's 620 grams, or 1 pound, almost 6 ounces. So that's pretty big. That's the biggest one here. Let's get the scales out of the way and let's have a look at the model. This one's quite interesting because it's got all these dials you can turn. Let me put it down. You can turn these and it lifts up the apparatus. See that? Let's give it a clean in there while I've got it up. Yeah. So you can raise and lower it with these orange dials here. So that's quite a neat feature. This actually does have working outriggers or stabilizers, whatever you want to call it, from your country. So yeah, see, it's got 4 stabilizers that actually works. It's got a little fireman too in the bucket here. It came with 4 firemen. Yeah, I don't know what he's supposed to be doing. It looks like he's lost a hand or something. And some paint off his helmet. But the scale is way out because I think he looks a bit too big to fit in there. What do you think? Yeah, it just seems out. But I might be wrong. Well, let's put the outriggers back in. There was a few variations of this apparently. It ran from 1979 to 83. This particular variation, I mean. There were other variations going from 83 to 92. And you could tell the difference because the early ones had orange windows like this. Don't know if you can see that's actually orange, yeah. And the latter versions had blue windows. So that's one way of telling if this is an earlier version or not. So it's an ERF truck. I don't know what country that originates from. ERF, maybe, I'm sure Sparky will watch. Maybe Sparky, you can tell me what country that originated from, ERF. Twin headlights. Yeah, it's got a little opening thing at the back. So that looks like it's, maybe it's a pump or something. Just flips up and down. So you got a little bucket with a little nozzle. But even the fireman, he seems a little bit too big to fit in there. Yeah, his feet sort of get in the way. I still think the scale is out with the figure, but yeah. So yeah, by turning this little wheel, it raises that section, and then by turning this wheel, it raises that section. And the hydraulics are a little bit worn on this model. Why is my camera swinging around? Okay. Yeah, so it extends quite a way. But as I said, it doesn't hold up all the time. You're better off just lifting it. But it's got a quite detailed little mechanism there, like a metal bar there with it, where as you wind it, it's got little notches on it. And it's also got this ladder on the side. It actually had 2 ladders, one on either side. This ladder here, but I borrowed this ladder to go on that Volvo truck over here. I put on like that. So yeah, let's have a quick look inside. There's a big white steering wheel on the right hand side. A couple of rows of seats for a crew, so it looks like you could fit 3, 6, maybe 9 crew in there. So it's a very large cabin actually. Can't see much on the dashboard. No, it's pretty basic. It's a weird steering wheel, huh? Yeah. So that's the Simon Snorkel. Did we have a look underneath? I don't think we did. So I got this on eBay off a guy. I've had it 4 or 5 years. Paid $30 for it. So Matchbox Superkings Snorkel fire engine made in England. 1979 Lesney product. Wheels are still in pretty good condition. I don't think it's been played with all that much. I've seen these online lately. Really good condition. These could go up to almost $100 with a box. So yeah, it's a massive big unit. And I think that's all I've got for you guys today. Alright, I hope you enjoyed looking at these older fire trucks. Yeah, as I play around with my camera. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed seeing these old golden oldies back again. Some classic models from the past here. I think my favourite of this bunch would be the old Majorette, probably. Yeah, this one, the old Majorette. I think that's my favourite out of this group. So, alright guys, I'm going to leave it there. I've already wasted 26 minutes of your time. I hope you liked it. Please leave me a comment. And I'll see you in the next episode of Red Trucks. Bye for now.